Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about support and generated support in Simplify 3D. So we're going to import an example here. And this, I just drew this up really quickly. This is just something that no matter how you orient it, if I double click, whether I rotate it 90 degrees um, and raise it, there's just no way that I can orient this thing where it doesn't need support. All right, so I'm going to um, just bring it back in fresh here so it's laying flat on the platform. Um, and hopefully you can see that. There's just nothing I can do to completely avoid having to have support. We're always going to have some sort of an overhang. So let me just walk you through what we need to do. We can go to Edit Process Settings really quick and make sure that we have Generate Support selected. If I don't, it's no big deal. Because once I do all this other stuff, it's going to end up coming back to me. So Tools, Customize Support Structures. And it brings me to this window here. I can adjust the support pillar resolution. It'll let me say any overhang that's less than 45 degrees. That's, let's see, relative to the horizontal, right? Yeah. Anything that's less than 45 degrees relative to the horizontal is going to get a support added onto it or underneath it. And I can just click Generate Automatic. And it does it. It does it all automatically for me. And you can see it right there. So let me clear all this and just take you really quickly to the Prepare to Print section. You can see how this is going layer by layer. I'm just going to go back now, generate the support automatically, and show you what that looks like. Okay, so it said I did not have support. It was disabled, as you saw previously. So we're going to go ahead and enable it. And now if I go down layer by layer to, like, say here, you can see this green area here. This is the support that's going to be generated, so that when I get to that overhang, it's got something to actually print on. Now the nice thing here is it's built in such a way that it can be ripped out of your structure at the very end pretty easily. I mean, depending on what you're building, it's not always super easy, but in this case, it would be pretty easy to get out. Let me go back to this and just show you what it would look like if you adjusted that pillar size to, say, 1 millimeter instead of 4. Generate. So it just makes it a little finer resolution. One of the differences being, I don't know if you saw it, but there's an overhang right, this lip right here, that wasn't getting covered when I had 4. See how that little lip is being left off? So if I go to a finer resolution, that can sometimes be helpful. In this case, that may not actually matter, but you just have to kind of fool around a little bit. If I want to remove some of these, because I say, well, I don't actually need support there or there, I can do that real easy. I can generate supports by hand. Just click where I want to put them. That may come in handy if, for example, you're doing something that has a pretty intricate design, especially in one spot, and you just really want to, like, put support exactly where you know it needs to go. We just end up going with that though. Okay, and then I'm going to go into Edit Process Settings really quick. I might just look at a couple other quick things. The raft, let me show you what that does. If I go back to Prepare to Print with that selected now, the raft is down on the very bottom here. It's just basically a layer that's going to be built on the platform before this whole thing starts getting printed. That can help with adhesion in some cases, like if you have a small surface area. This is actually a very big surface area getting printed on the platform, but if it was a smaller surface area, it would help with adhesion. So the raft can be useful there. Support, if I want to adjust support even with, you know, a more custom settings, I guess, you can go in and do that there. But for the most part, the defaults are pretty good. Sometimes you just have to try it, and if it doesn't work, just try it again with something else. So there you go. That supports at this point. If we wanted to print this again, just go to save to the SD card from the printer, and we're good to go.